Hey guys. So I said before on my channel that the mainstream media is done for, that they're cooked, that it's over, but it appears that they have reached down and discovered this tiny little light of life still inside of them and used it to double down and continue to try to manipulate the general public. So I was none too happy to see that Facebook is now involved, as is evidenced by this smug as hell post by Mark Zuckerberg the day before yesterday, where first he gives some song and dance about Facebook being the arbiters of truth, then, wait for it, said that they are trying to make it easier for people to report hoaxes, and if a third-party fact-checking organization so deems, fake news will be buried in your newsfeed. So, pray tell, what third-party fact-checking organization is Zuckerberg referring to? It did not surprise me that the primary agency involved in this is Snopes, which is notoriously leftist and unreliable. So Snopes has commented on this. The growing proliferation of fake news and other misinformation via social media over the past few years has prompted a public outcry for better methods of discerning and coping with the spread of falsehoods. No, it hasn't. Nobody has asked for this. Oh my God. An effort which has long been central to our mission as the oldest and most trusted fact-checking website on the internet. Since our inception in 1995, Snopes.com has been dedicated to providing accurate, impartial analysis of rumors, hoaxes, fake news, propaganda, and whatever other forms false information may take. On December 15, 2016, Facebook announced a new initiative aimed at confronting the increasing volume of misinformation online by enhancing users' ability to report questionable posts and providing a mechanism by which their accuracy can be evaluated by third-party fact-checkers and flagged where appropriate as disputed, so that social media users can learn more and make more informed choices before sharing them. We have agreed to participate in this experiment alongside other well-regarded fact-checking sites. So why don't we take a look at Snopes and see really how objective and independent their reporting is? Here's a story we're all familiar with. The Snopes claim here is that Hillary Clinton successfully defended an accused child rapist and later laughed about the case. I think most of us have heard this by now.
I had one appear that the prosecutor called me years ago. Said that he had a guy who was accused of rape, and the guy wanted a woman lawyer. And I do it as a favor to him.
That's really awesome.
Terrible case. Remember that case where I represented that guy? It was a fascinating case. It was really an interesting case. This guy was accused of raping a 12-year-old who was the daughter of the family he was living in Springfield. They lived on the side of the tracks in Springfield. And the guy was from Green Forest. His family still had a little farm. And he was one of these rootless folks who wasn't going to make a living on the land, and he was kind of around. Ended up in Springfield looking another place over there. Of course, he claimed that he did all this stuff. He took a lie detector test. I had to take a polygraph, which he passed, which forever destroyed my faith in polygraphs.
Snopes says that this is a mostly false claim. Here's what they say is true. In 1975, young lawyer Hillary Rodham was appointed to represent a defendant charged with raping a 12-year-old girl. Clinton reluctantly took on the case, which ended with a plea bargain for the defendant, and later chuckled about some aspects of the case when discussing it years later. And here's what they say is false. Hillary Clinton did not volunteer to be the defendant's lawyer. She did not laugh about the case's outcome. She did not assert the complainant made up the rape story. She did not claim she knew the defendant to be guilty, and she did not free the defendant. This is a flat-out lie. We know from the audio that she did in fact laugh at this, that she knew the defendant was guilty, and we also know for sure that she freed the defendant who got off with time served. I find the claim that Clinton did not assert that the story was made up and that Kathy Shelton wanted the attention of older men to be a particularly egregious lie. So Snopes says about this, documents from the 1975 case include an affidavit sworn by the Clintons from which the in-court Hillary told the judge that I made up the rape story portion of the claim was derived. That affidavit doesn't show, as claimed, that Hillary Clinton asserted that the defendant made up the rape story because she enjoyed fantasizing about men. Rather, it shows that other people, including an expert in child psychology, had said that the complainant was, quote, emotionally unstable with a tendency to seek out older men and to engage in fantasizing about persons, claiming they had attacked her body, and that children in early adolescence tend to exaggerate or romanticize sexual experiences. This is bullshit because Clinton handpicked that expert witness. As a former employee of Expert Witnesses, I can say that nearly everything that is said is strategized to death and planned and prepared for. And if she chose this expert witness, it was because they had formally agreed that the expert witness would claim that the 12-year-old child had a sexual obsession with older men. That is why she picked this expert witness. I am positive that this was not a surprise to Hillary Clinton and was at her direct command. She just got someone else to do her dirty work like the Clintons always do. Facebook will also be using PolitiFacts, an equal violator to Snopes, as an independent third-party resource. PolitiFacts has a Lie of the Year award, and in 2015, their Lie of the Year was just Donald Trump. Seriously, they spent all year calling him a liar, so they just chose the entire campaign. In 2016, they have proclaimed that the Lie of the Year is, drumroll please, fake news. They cite a number of instances of fake news. They discuss Pizzagate at length and say that there are claims that Hillary Clinton herself is running a pedophile ring out of Comet Pizza. That's crazy because even the hardcore Pizzagate folks that I know aren't claiming this. They're saying that the owner of Comet and all of these elites are involved. And I have to say that even though I won't report on Pizzagate because I haven't seen enough convincing evidence, take a look at the Podesta emails if you haven't already and type in pizza. It is undeniable that there is some sort of code language going on. You can see for yourself right now if you want to. So people didn't invent this story out of thin air. There may be some huge confirmation bias going on, but it was born of actual corruption within the Clinton administration, paired with this really suggestive, creepy code language from the Podesta emails. They also cite the fake news that widespread voter fraud is happening in the United States. We know from Project Veritas that this is absolutely irrefutably true. I mean, almost everyone implicated in these videos had their employment terminated. We know this happened. But in the meantime, PolitiFacts is totally okay with this fake news and this fake news, which have the potential to fracture us domestically and worsen our tenuous relationship with Russia, if not just outright start a war. So what does this mean for your average Facebook user? Absolutely legitimate and provable news from sources like Breitbart and InfoWars will have a pop-up saying that the article in question is disputed by an independent, unbiased third party and is likely a hoax. I don't know about you, but I don't want some liberal billionaire that is not only in cahoots with socialist world leaders, but is also an expert in manipulating the masses, and is now paired up with other large liberal third-party organizations. I don't want them to literally tell me what is and is not true. Absolutely not. I don't have Facebook anymore, and I feel better for it. It was really only a way for me to see who got fat and who got divorced. So I deleted it last year, and it's been great. Also, all of our parents are on it, so it's lame now. I think what we have to do is move our platforms to Gab and Minds and abandon the platforms that are trying to manipulate our perception and worldview. So Facebook is emboldened by their dominant presence in the social media marketplace, but this is just hubris. They think that no company ever could compete with them. So it's our duty to give our business to Facebook and Twitter's competitors. So I've just signed up for Minds. I'm on the waiting list for Gab. A link to my Minds account is below. And let me know if you see any other emerging platforms. These are the ones that seem to be picking up the most steam. So thank you, and I will see you soon. Bye.